Hi everyone, Matt here, happy to help you with your practice today. Come up standing, we're going to start moving so you get a little warmer first. All right, with legs about hip distance, just going side to side and just letting those arms kind of hit your body. Stir up this cold air, make it a little warmer. And your job is just to start getting into this space even more. And more importantly, into your feeling self. Maybe it's the air passing around the arms. Maybe it's the fingers slapping your body. Maybe it's the shifting of weight side to side. Nice. Good. And I'm going to lean over to your right. If you brace yourself, the left arm is going to big circle. And if I get rid of that, you can really throw the arm. Like it's going to leave your shoulder. Okay, try reverse it. Good. And relax it through the other side. Same thing, lean to the left, throw. Finding your breath in there. Find your breath. Good, other direction. Okay, coming back to center. Since that's kind of fun, so we're going to do one more thing with it. If you take your arm in front of you like a propeller, right across your body. Good, relax that arm. And then here's your first surrender moment. I dare you to walk through the hallway like this. Can you reverse it? One more big breath. That takes us to the middle. Take a big breath in. All right, and then a slow exhale. So coming on down, support yourself with soft knees, maybe hands on the ground or hands on your legs, hand on legs. Just letting the head drop though. Little sway side to side. As you're resting over in the blood, filling the head, squeezing out any of those extra thoughts. Maybe you can even lift the hips a little higher. Good. And as you're returning to your breath, the focus of the breath, if there's an intention for your practice today, something that'll help you stay intentional, right? In the way you move, in the way you think, in the way you do things. Right? How can this practice help that? And then one more breath. Great. Now, climbing yourself up your body. We'll come up to standing again. That one time, bigger breath in and a bigger exhale, coming all the way down. Good. Let's go ahead and walk yourself out to a plank, a push-up position. Find plank. Already asking a lot of your body, just feeling those fingers fan apart. Maybe go a little off-center here. Good, and then one more breath. We're going to drop those hips to lift the chest. So scoop the chest up into an up dog. Good. And as you exhale, flat feet. Find your first child's pose. In this child's pose, settling, really maybe pushing hips backward more. Getting even closer to this earth. Such an important thing at this time when so much swirling head energy. This ground it for yourself at least. Good, everyone. Just one more breath there. Okay, to come up on hands and knees. Good, taking your left arm up towards the sky. We'll do the big twist. Can your left shoulder touch the mat? Keep going. Inhale, the arm is up. We'll follow it with your eyes. And the exhale. Just using this beginning motion just to sync your breath up. Being efficient with your motion. Good. Next time that left arm comes up, take the left arm behind your back. Now sometimes little adjustments can make a big difference. So here's a little adjustment. Come onto your right fingertips. There's even more of opportunity to twist. Can you look over your left shoulder? Good. Now we're going to flatten out the right hand. Reach the left arm straight forward. And drop it on the ground. Okay, drop the left armpit to the ground. Lots of breath. And even as the left arm is flattened against the mat, can you just pull your hips backward a little bit? Good. One more breath. And coming up to slide your left hand underneath your left shoulder. Other side, right arm is up. Inhale, exhale. Keep moving with your breath. Good. How about one more big one? Biggest one yet. Good. And the next time that right arm is up, the right arm goes behind your back, reaching for your left thigh. Maybe left fingertips, bottom hand even lighter for more rotation, more lift. Good. Just notice how your left shoulder isn't in your ear right now. That's a lot of yoga. Really trying to find the separation, space making. Left hand goes flat. So you're going to drop that right arm, swing it forward, and put it on the mat. Let's come down, sit low. So as you exhale, we not only try to sink the right shoulder down, but we pull the hips backward a little. And you breathe into wherever you feel it. And then one more breath. Okay, coming up on hands and knees. Just to curl those toes under, find your down dog. Let's walk that out. Bend one knee, bend the other knee, little twisting, maybe going over tops of toes. And that one breath. Come on forward to an up dog and drop those knees again. Second time to really scoop the chest up. Yes, now even now, your heels, can you squeeze your heels in toward each other? Good, a little different than coming back to sit, Now modify the pressure here. And try to take your left foot forward first, So as you rock, right, and keep that left heel down. I do this a lot in this class, really trying to encourage the first of all, the health of the knee, also to the lower back opening, maybe pressure on top of the right foot. There's a lot that's going on here, so not so bad that way. Good. For your one more breath. Okay. So if this is plenty, you stay here. Otherwise, can you walk your hands backwards? So it's going to be even more pressure. Maybe hands flat. No, I'm going to just keep going forward. We're going to come down sitting in a second, but we have this little pause to maybe lift the hips up. Maybe right knee comes up. Maybe left heel comes up. Maybe shoulders tighter. There's a lot of opening. One more big breath. Now, it's your right foot that comes forward, put on the ground. We're going to be here. Hands over that left knee. Circle, shoulders up, back and down. Keeping the ears out of shoulder and the head tall. Good, for one more breath. Now, easier version, if you have knee issues, easy just to put that left knee down. Or we're going to flip that left foot behind you here. Okay, we're coming forward though. It's all about the right leg, so whatever's better. If the knee is like this, so can you get the knees touching? So remember, lift, reach, lift, lengthen over that right leg. Yeah, so it's a little up, it's a little further down, it's a little farther up, it's a little farther down. Keep massaging. The right foot is flexed, so toes up towards sky. If this is rocking you, take your left hand to the outside of that right leg. Even more, the left hand holding the right pinky toe, pulling across. Good. Being present with this lengthening for 10 more seconds. And one more breath. All right. Now we're just going to sit up a little bit. Easy twist here. Left hand on that right leg. Let's look over your right shoulder. So just sitting tall. And the taller you sit up, right, the more flat your shoulders can get toward that right side. Good, everyone, for one more big breath. Now, we came forward, so let's go back. Rest on that right elbow. Reach your left arm overhead. Now, important today, pop those left ribs up towards ceiling. So really lift the left ribs up as much as you can. Good, and now one more breath. And undoing yourself, just to swing that left leg forward, and we're off. Forward bend. Arms up towards the sky. One time, go down your body and exhale. Let's stay down. Now, as you stay down, can you walk your hips backward a little bit? It's going to help you come down just a little bit more. And in body terms, that can be a lot. Still, all those toes reaching back towards your face. Good, and that one more breath. Now, before we start the other side, it looks like this. You take your hands behind you. One knee, or if you need to, both knees bent. So let's do both knees bent first. We'll come to a table. So maybe you start small, maybe you get a little higher. So opening up the shoulders here. For more, maybe there's a one leg forward, the toes reaching for the mat. For more, maybe those both toes, all those toes reaching for the mat, chin to chest or head, all the way back for 3. Squeezing glutes for 2, one more hips up. Good job, everyone, nice job. I saw that movement. Cross your feet, come on down. Let's roll over. We're back on hands and knees. Okay, on your hands and knees, let's find your plank. Coming off those knees. Good, holding here just for a few breaths. I tell you what though, if you want a little more challenge today in this, elbows in, shoulders down, leaning forward, can you drop down an inch and hold there? Wherever you are for 4. For 3, breathing. 2, let's drop to the knees, let's all drop to the knees. Let's all come down to rest on the ground. Thank you for that. Okay, one time we'll take your arms forward. Now watch the water bottles, take your legs together tight, press those hips down one time. As you exhale, that's a big breaststroke swim. Stopping here. Now your arms can just reach back for the back of the room. For more, let's interlace those hands. Shoulders up toward, shoulders up, back and down like you did sitting. And then for more, maybe your index fingers point to the back of the room. Every inhale, pull. Every exhale, press those hips down. Every inhale, try pull higher. Exhale, press those hips down. Keep going. As you're doing that, and especially if your head is up, try drop your head. Let the weight of your head pull your shoulders tighter. You're still lifting up though. As your head drops, as those arms get tighter for 3. Good. For 2, one more breath. Thank you for that. Good. Come on down with hands underneath your shoulders. You have one strong inhale, push up. And we're going to drop here on your knees. Dropping back on your knees. Good. Right leg forward. Okay, rocking. Playing with this side. I think one of the reasons I keep going back to this, I mean, it's practical, gardening, drop something. But also, it's one of the first things that goes as we get older. Knees, knee flexibility, the crouching, low back opening. Always valuable just to keep going in it. And over time, it does open up. Good for one more big breath there. Okay, we have the arms going back, or not, right? This is plenty, and you're working, and that's all you need, but for more, maybe go back. Maybe more the hips are up. Maybe more the knee is up. Maybe more the right heel is up. Every exhale, just like you did in your reverse plank earlier, just kind of lift up a little higher for 3. For 2, slide your left leg forward and come on down. Good. We have your hands here holding your right knee. Good. On this one, let's just take your nose towards your knee. So really stretching out the neck. Keep doing that. If that's easy for you to get your nose on your, how about eyes on your knee? Really getting as tight as you can. Good. And then one more breath to help sit yourself up. So the easier version was just dropping the knee off to the side, because we're going to work the hamstring now. Otherwise, you slid that right foot behind you, trying to get the knees touching. Okay, it's the lift. So not just over, but lift. Come on over. Up and over, and we just started chipping away at that back of left leg. Maybe eventually right hand holding outside of left foot. How flat, how long can you get over that left leg? Good. I'm always proud of you practicing your body. This, I don't know. I don't want to make comparison in this way, but it just, just to show your progress. Think of your peers. How many peers could be touching their foot right now, right? Reaching this way. So you're really doing some important work for yourself, not just short-term, long-term. One more big breath. Thank you for that. We're going to sit on up. There, left leg behind. Right hand up and over to sit tall. We looked over the left shoulder. And then as we talked about space making, how much space, how much lift can you find? Maybe you can get even more rotation. You may surprise yourself. And one more breath. As we came forward, let's go back. Your left elbow's on the ground. You reached over and you popped those right ribs up towards sitting. So that's important. Big side bend, pushing on that left elbow to get the right arm reaching farther back for one more big breath. Good. All right, and now they help yourself forward, but we just swung that right leg around to get rid of it. All right. Before we do anything else, just make sure to squeeze the muscles around the knee so they feel okay about that. We'll do one time again, up and over. Now, grabbing whatever you can. If you have to even bend your knees, it's fine, but make hooks. Grab your big toes, wrap those elbows in, and then once, again, you just walk your hips backward a few times. Maybe you can get down a little lower. Now that you're there, lift your right elbow up, peek underneath it. Come on, center, lift. Exhale, left elbow. Inhale, center, lift. Keep going side to side. And notice how as you go side to side, maybe there's a little bit more peak. Right? You can see a little bit more and more of a twist. Good, everyone. For one more big breath. All right. Good job with that floor work. Let's go ahead and bring those feet together. And bring them in tight first. Good, good, good. To lift the chest up. Good. Now, I like how tall you're sitting. Can you sit like that without the arms? Try to open up one arm. You see where your chest is? Maybe on your thighs or whatever, how close. Keep lifting. Both arms. Good. That's a lot of core for 3. For 2. I'm seeing some faces. Go ahead, thank you for that. Good. Cross your feet the non-traditional way, whatever that is for you, and come on over. Good. Good, 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 good. All right, we're here back on hands and knees. Let's take your left leg behind you. Your right hand is going to move to your right a little bit. That's more stable. Left arm reaching. So, as you exhale, elbow and knee touch. Inhale, extend, fully extend. There's those left ribs opening. Exhale, squeeze it in. Keep moving with your breath. Just being steady. Full extension, full contraction. Good. One more big breath. Nice. So next time that knee, elbow come in, stay there. Easy to reach behind you with your left hand. Find that left foot for a quad stretch. So you're going to pull the knee behind, open up the chest, look over the left shoulder. Now one more breath. Oh, remember the right fingertips we did earlier? How about now? You can come onto the right fingertips, even lighter on that bottom hand. One more breath. Very nice. Help your left foot up to the front of your mat. Now, we're going to stay down. Maybe move that left foot forward a little bit more so when you push forward on the knee, that knee will go over at least the ankle. Good. While we're doing this, so rocking forward and back, take your right hand to your right hip. Push that right hip forward a little bit more. It's for your hip flexor. Good. Okay, now I'm going to go in steps. This could be plenty. Stay here. Patting your right knee helps, FYI. Kicking the right foot up, that would be the next step. You can find clothing or maybe you can find ankle. That's a lot. For more, it'll be both hands reaching back to hold foot. For more, we'll sit up in that. Good. To roll those shoulders back. So, the balance of yoga, as you push forward, the chest opens and you kick the foot away. So pushing forward on the left knee, kicking right foot away, pulling your shoulders back. As you lift up, you're sinking down. Good. Yep, it is. Wobbly. One more big breath. Very nice, everyone. Good. Come on down. Good. Just take the left hand on the knee. Let's get off the right knee for a second. Just squeeze the muscles around the knee there. And then one time we'll take that left arm up. And then we're swooping here for a stretch. Left arm's going to go underneath the left leg to the left. The left hand is on the ground. Right arm over to the right. And then if you can crawl your fingertips out to drop the head. If it's too much, drop the knee, the right knee. How low can you get the head to touch the ground? Good. For 3, nice, sinking. For 2, one more breath. Okay, and just walk your hands back in underneath you. Go ahead and drop that right knee down. We're going to stop where we started in our side plank. So let's do that. This time the left foot's on the ground. Left foot's on the ground. It could be this. But for more, I'm going to ask a half lotus. So what that means is taking your right foot, that's the bottom foot, up into your hip crease. So the right knee can still be on the ground. The left hand can hold that right foot in place. But if you got it, how about lift the right knee up to look over that left shoulder? And even then, if you don't need that left arm overhead, that's where those left ribs pop up towards the ceiling. Can you lift them up for 3? Bigger breath, 2, one more breath. And child's pose. Undo yourself. Come on now, child's pose. Find that little rest. Oh, by the way, when you come out of a pose like that, even if you're building and building and building, make sure it's not like a rubber band shooting afterwards. Right? Slowly help yourself out of it with kindness. Good. All right, one more big breath. Thank you, everyone. That was great. Looking up between your hands, sliding forward between your hands. Find your up dog. Find your up dog. Here's that big lift. And we're back to a down dog. Rest in your down dog. Couple breaths to rest in your down dog. Good. Now, before we start the other side, come forward back to your plank. Second set, to hold here or elbows and shoulders down. Because it is second set, let's go down 2 inches. 2 inches. Come on down. And you're breathing for 4. Good. For 3, 2. Now this is different. Not only push up, but walk your feet forward. Come to a forward bend. You're at a forward bend at the front of your mat. Good. Let's come up to standing just to get some air. Take in that breath in. And we're going to go right back down, right back down. You're just going to hold your forward bend. A little twisting first. Left hand over that right ankle. Right hand low back. Now, if you really bend your left knee, it's going to help you twist even more. So right leg is long, left knee is bent. Big twist. Can you look over your right shoulder? Using your arm strength. Good. One more big breath. Exhale, come on down out of that. Let's switch sides. So your right hand is on your left ankle, left hand low back. Big bend your right knee. Now, push on your low back. Make your back long. That's going to help find space, and you can twist more. One more big breath. And forward bending there. Let's grab both ankles and pull down just a little bit more for one more breath. Okay, lift the chest up. Can you jump or walk back into plank? We're going to go through this time. So on your knees or off your knees, but leaning forward, come all the way down. Your up dog here, that big breath in. Back down to the mat. Inhale, push up. Stopping here to drop your left knee down. Left knee is down. Moving your left hand to the left a little bit more. We have the right leg up, right arm up, reaching. Exhale, elbow and knee touching. Inhale, extend out. Exhale. Can you see that top hand? Keep moving with your breath. Oh, keep moving with your breath. Squeeze. Now, it could be physical. Maybe it's a mental thing, maybe emotional thing. Squeeze. What do you need out of your body? Squeeze it out. One more. There's my ice cream sandwich I ate the other night. That's what I'm squeezing. One more big breath. Now the next time the elbow and knee come in, hold. Can you kick your right foot in? Can your right hand find your right foot for a quad stretch? Open up that knee. Get off that left shoulder. Can you see the ceiling? Good hip stacking. We're going to use that later. One more big breath. Beautiful. And you're placing your right foot up between your hands. Big step forward. All right. We stayed down. Just kind of move around for a second. We also added your left hand to your left hip to push. And you breathe. Makes a little difference. Just a little coaching of what you want that body to move toward or into. Okay. Also, patting the left knee. You may have found out how important that is. Kick your left foot in. Reach back with your left hand. Here's your quad stretch here. Deeper quad stretch, right? Enough to stay down. For more, both hands can find the foot. For more, you set up taller. For more, we really pull the shoulders back, the back tight as you press forward, as you lift up. And you find the higher breath. And there's a lot more going on, so finding that higher breath. Yes, be greedy, take up lots of space, lots of breath here. One more big breath. Good, and gently releasing. Your left hand is on the ground. We had the right hand on the knee. Maybe to get the left knee up off the mat. Squeeze the muscles around the knee. For more, right arm is up in the air. Easy twist. Okay, we're gonna fly now. As you exhale, right arm goes underneath that right leg. Try right hand on the ground. Left arm over to the left, 90 degrees. And then just keep crawling those fingertips out, getting flatter, getting chest lower. Yes, and use your breath. That's super important. What can you do with 10 more seconds? Where would 10 more seconds take you? Thank you for dropping the head. That's a good sign. Not only for relaxing the neck, but letting those thoughts stop. Good job, everyone. Get ready for that side plank variation. Walk your hands back in. We're going to drop the left knee down. Let's take the right leg behind you. Right leg's behind. So this is plenty just to keep the right foot on the ground and take that right arm up in the air. For more, though, we added the half lotus, right? So that means take your left foot up into your right hip crease. Left knee can still be on the ground. So the right leg is the one that's behind. Yeah. Make sure right foot is flat. For more, you lift it off that knee. And for more, you don't need the top hand to reach overhead to push those right ribs up towards the ceiling for 3. Good. For 2, one more breath. Resting in your child's pose. Come on down. Construct and then deconstruct. Sending you way far down. Nice job, everyone. One more big breath here. Okay, looking up between your hands. Either you can find your up dog or slide forward through your hands for your up dog. That big growth off the ground. Inhaling. Back to a down dog. Back to a down dog. Good. All right. One more breath. Walk or maybe a little jump up to your hands. To forward bend with your feet together at the front of your mat. We'll come up to standing. Good. Arms up, big inhale. Now this one's different. Palms together at your heart. One breath in. And on your exhale, let's start to sink. Finding your chair. So you can pull those hips way backward. Weights throughout the feet, but you can still wiggle your toes. We'll twist this chair. Left elbow over your right knee. Now if you look at your knees are together. One not front than the other. They're right next to each other. Pushing. Good. One more big inhale. Exhale, let's switch sides. Exhale. Right elbow over left knee. Even now, sinking hips down to lift chest higher to the hands. One more big breath. Back to the first side, left elbow over the right knee. Let's open up the arms up. Left arm down, right arm up. More opportunity for more twisting. Stay here, but let's straighten out the legs. Maybe you can get that left hand to the ground, right arm up towards the sky. Big inhale. Good. And forward bending out of that, forward bending. Good. Let's come to standing. Big inhale. We'll do the other side. Palms together. Once again, every exhale. Maybe a few exhales to sink down. Yeah. Making it easy for yourself. Right elbow up over that left knee. Hands at the heart. Good. Feeling okay? Fly those arms open. Feeling okay? Straighten out the legs. Are you adding to the rotation? One more big breath. And there's your forward bend. Nicely done. One more time coming up to standing. Big inhale. And let's go just coming all the way down. I'm going to stay down this time in a forward bend. Yes. Walk it back to your plank, your push-up. All right. Third time. Last time. Stay here. Or 3 inches down, meaning shoulders just above your elbows. Keep pulling your elbows backward. For 4, 3, 2, there's a push up, push up. Thank you, rest in your down dog, good. Nice. All right. In your down dog, take your left leg up in the air. Circle out the leg, touch the ground, touch the sky. Big circles with that left leg. Just like you did with your arm earlier. Maybe not as fast, but still. Take up space. Reverse direction. Good. One more breath. All right. And with that left leg up in the air, Come forward to your plank. One time, left knee touches nose, hold it. Good. Now, one time, there's that left hip down. Here's another side plank. Can your left hand bring that left knee, can the right hand bring the left knee closer to your chest? One more breath. Good. And come on down to help your left foot up to the front of your mat. We're going to stay off the right knee this time. Good. So we just a little side plank in there. To take your arms up towards sky. To sit down low. All right. Arms can do whatever they need to do. This back foot is going to come up and over your left knee. We're just going to sit. See if you can sit down, just like you did in your chair. It's a one-legged chair. How low can you sit? Good, that's all we're going to do. Good, keeping the chest lifted. That's going to help you sit down lower. Last breath. We're coming up, feet down, arms up. Big inhale. Right down through the center again. Reaffirming that center line. Lift the chest a little bit. Jump or walk back into plank. And we're going to go through all the way down to the ground. You're up dog. Swing through the long arms. Heels reaching in toward each other. Go back to the mat. One strong inhale, push. Resting in your down dog for 2 resting breaths. If you need more rest, do a child's pose. Fanning those fingers apart. Getting those feet ready so the left heel can stay on the ground and the right leg is free. Big circle with the right leg. Good, other direction. Okay, remember there's that little secret side plank coming in. So first, come on forward to your plank with the right leg lifted. We have the right knee coming to nose. Drop the right hip, turn to your left. Make sure that left heel down. Now, less intense, you can always drop the right knee, but otherwise, can you grab the right leg with your left hand to pull the knee in? One more breath. All right, help that right foot up to the front of your mat. Good. Good sustained, time under tension, energy. Coming up to your standing lunge. To sit tall, to sit low. Good. So there's that we're not always working, right? It's a reminder of yoga to pause when you need to. The left leg is the one. Up and over and sit. And continue to sit. Breathing. Good, pull those hips backward. We're going to add on to this later, but not now. First, 2 more breaths to sit. Good focus. One more breath. That's all we needed. Come stand. Good. Arms up. Once again, come all the way down the middle. Let's lift the chest up a little bit. This one's different. Just jump or walk back to plank first. And the difference is, find your down dog. We're going to bend the knees and lift the hips to cross your legs, jump to sitting. Good. All right, move forward to the front of your mat. Water, whatever you need. Make sure everything feeling okay so far, because we're going to come onto our back. To come onto your back, slow, controlled roll down. No quick drops. No rush, but when you're on your back, enjoy that. Take a big stretch. If your core feels worked, good, because that's what you've been doing. A lot of positioning where your core is necessary to keep you upright. That's why when you were standing on one leg, you weren't falling over the place, because you had the core, the strength in the core to help keep you up. So core meaning from your shoulders to your hips, that whole midsection. Strong. Okay, moving on here. Let's take your right leg up in the air, speaking of core. Just grab your right leg, pull for a few breaths. Good. Now, right hand, so same leg in the air. Right leg is in the air, right hand holds the leg. Left hand behind the head. Here's your crunch. Exhale, shoulder toward knee. Inhale, go down. Using left hand to support the head. Exhale, come up. The breath is really important to not only take a full breath in to oxygenate the muscle, but to squeeze it out so you can make the muscle even tighter, which means it's going to get firmer. Now, if this is rocking you, feeling okay, the bottom leg, the left leg can come up on 45 degrees. We're going to keep those long legs. Inhale down, exhale. Now keep going. This is a walk in the woods, meaning just one foot in front of the other. Just pace yourself because it's under tension again, time under tension. You're breathing. We're going to keep on going. Good. As body was okay, maybe you can get that right hand higher. Maybe get shoulder higher. More breath in. Good. You are at 10 seconds. That's easy. 10 seconds. You got this. Good. Now one more exhale. Beautiful. Good. Stop for a second. We're going to switch everything. So that means the left leg's in the air. Drop the right leg. Rest your head down for a moment. Just a couple breaths here to make that left leg go back further. Good. The left hand is holding the left leg. Right hand lightly behind your head. Exhaling. Shoulder up past the knee. Feeling okay? We're going to add the right leg floating already. Good. Now, since we have time to enjoy the reps, notice how when you come up, it's your upper, then middle, then belly crunching, and then it reverses. Can you feel the steps in the belly, in the rectus abdominis, in the front of you? How the top, then the middle, then the bottom gets tighter. Keep breathing, and we're using those bigger exhales to make that even tighter as you go. Super great pacing, everyone. We need a strong core for the standing work coming up. Here's your 10 seconds. Good to the bottom. Don't be shy about these big breaths. Now's the time. Squeeze it out. Good. One more big one. And you get a big stretch on your back. Big stretch, everyone. Okay. One more big breath. Now, to do your back bending work today, I need you on your belly. So let's go and bring those knees into chest. Cross your feet, roll up and over, and come onto your belly. On your belly, let's continue our rest by folding your hands underneath your forehead. Flex your feet, rock your heels side to side. Just release that low back. So you can be on your knees if you want to be on your knees to do this. Yeah, same thing that you'll see. Okay, so we're going to kick your legs in. Reach behind you. So as you inhale, lift your chest up, press your hips down. So maybe it's enough just to hold the feet to press the hips down, but for more lift up taller, press your hips into the mat. Lift up taller, press your hips in the mat. So as you're doing a bow, press it, yeah. So lift up, press your hips forward. That's your back bend. Yeah. Good. Maybe one hand, two hands down if you're feeling it. In the back, yeah. Good. What can you do with 3 more breaths? Get even higher. If your knees are super wide right now, can you squeeze them more in together? There's that streamline of you for 2 more big breaths. Good. Maybe dropping head even more. There's those shoulders getting pulled tighter to get the legs up higher. 1 more big breath. Thank you, everyone. Good. Not only undo yourself, while countering that by taking hands underneath your shoulder, press back to your child's pose. Go ahead, just round your back again. Good. Now, if child's pose is plenty, stay there. If you want a little more traction, though, check it out. Your hands go down. The thumbs are on the outsides of your feet, grabbing your heels. Try to keep your nose on your knees as best you can as you lift your hips up. Good. Keep trying to pull the nose on the knees. Maybe you have to move the knees forward if you can do that. For 1 more big breath. Good. I can barely lift my hips up off my heels. But if you can, it's still a great stretch from the top of the neck all the way down to your tailbone. Thank you for that. All right, everyone. Good. Coming on up to find your down dog. Find your down dog. Good job in all of that. That was great. Okay, we're going to put a lot of things together now. All right. We have that renewed sense of breath and core, and good job adjusting for you. That's really important, right? My practice is not your practice. And certainly, as I mentioned before, I was saying I can barely get my hips up off my feet. There have been times when I can. Right? It's the practice changes as you shift, as you move through your life. So just keep aware, right, of what the moment is asking of you. That's all that's necessary. Let's take your right leg up in the air. Thank you for that. A big reach. Beautiful. Now, slow motion kind. On an exhale, let's place that right foot up between your hands, warrior two. We're going to face that left side of the room. So big arms up. And resting there. Good. All right. So there's that big broad back from your middle finger to your back finger. You can feel that. That's that long back. Adding now, your left hand goes behind your back. Can you reach for your front thigh? We're reversing this, right arm up and over the head. So as you separate those right ribs, can you soften in the right knee, lifting up to that right hand? Good. Now I really I'm so appreciate this next move. When you straighten out the right leg, so the front leg, take the bend out of the knee, go back even further. There's even more lengthening we can do. Good, now one more big breath. Now, half moon. So what does that mean? Bending that front knee. Your right hand is going to go like you did before, kitty corner. So a foot forward, 6 inches over to the right of the front foot. Hop onto that front foot. The right knee can be as bent as it needs to. Good. And if you have that, let's go ahead and open up that left arm up towards sky. Stack the hips, so that means the left hip is on top of the right. Nice. Now the next move, we're just going to change the hands out. Can you drop your right hand down? Kitty corner from the, left hand down. Thank you. Left hand down, kitty corner from the right. Right arm up in the air. Reaching here. Twisting to your right. Right arm. Can you see the right wall? Keeping that left leg high. Beautiful. For 3, keep going. For 2, one more twist. Warrior 1. Well done. Fall backward on that left leg. We're in a warrior 1. To rest here. Good. Now you did this already. Let's give yourself a little head start. Here's 1. Good. Big arms open, 2. Remember that figure 4 chair. Step that left leg forward to rest. Here, we're back to here. Second set, sinking. For more, how about left elbow? We're twisting. Left elbow touching left leg. Maybe eventually left elbow, left heel. Finding your chest on your hands in your heart. Good. Now one more big breath. Now here's the kicker. We're going to just straighten out that right leg. Can you just hold the right leg with 2 hands? If you have it, can you get those hands lower without touching the ground? That's all you're going to do. Good. Yeah, could be right here. Now, not only stand, but on the way up, grab your left foot. Grab your left foot. Good. Nice. To drop that left knee down. Here's that half lotus you did earlier. But we did in a side plank. Good. One more breath, maybe 2 hands. Lift up higher. This right hip, push it in. And release. Good. Release the breath. Arms down and up. All right. We're going to go right to our down dog. So coming not only down, but walk yourself backward. Find your down dog. Or child's pose if you need more of a rest. Take that extra moment. Maybe you need water. Right. Just what does body asking of you now? For one more breath. Good. All right. We have the other leg up in the air, which would be your left leg. Nice and high, hugely high. Chest gets lower, right heel gets lower. Leg goes higher. One more breath. Quietly place your left foot up between your hands, stealth-like. Angle the back foot, warrior 2 facing right side of the room. Good. Now before you move on, just close your eyes. Check in with how your warrior feels from the inside. Maybe you could tuck your pelvis underneath you more. Maybe you could feel the hips opening away from each other and away from center. How about your shoulders down out of your ears? Is your neck as long as it can be? And is there any extra muscles that you're using too much? Right? Maybe your wrist needs to be released, or yes, core softened. Yeah. One more big breath. Good. Good check-in. All right, opening the eyes. We'll take the right hand goes behind your back, reaching for your left thigh. Left arm up in the air. Here's your side bend. So not just your right ribs getting long, can both sides of your body get even longer? Good. Keep that. We added straightening out your front leg, your left leg. Go back even further. Good. Now, if you're up, right, yoga asks us to go down. So be gentle here. Soften that left knee. Look where that left hand is going. So when you hop forward, this is kind of important. It's not forward, it's underneath your shoulder. So my left hand is not anywhere but underneath my shoulder, underneath your shoulder. Find it, hop off that right foot, open up the hip. And when it feels like you're open, can you extend that right arm up as an extension, as a demonstration of your openness, going even further in your surrender. Beautiful. One more big breath. Now we just switched sides. Right hand goes down underneath your shoulder. Left hand, maybe low back to start with, maybe left arm up in the air. Revolve that half moon. Good. And you're breathing. Mind you, this is all in one foot. I love that. Sometimes we forget how that is. Can you straighten out your right leg a little bit more, make it a little longer? Warrior one, fall backward, fall backward. Arms go down and up. Good. Like you toss yourself up and down all the time. I think it's a natural thing. Bending that front knee. 3 times. And then soften into that. Take your time. Is that right foot over that left knee? Sink. We aimed the right elbow toward the right leg. We started twisting toward that right foot. To eventually see if you can get that right elbow in the right foot arch. If you look at the ground easier, for more, look beyond. Good. One more big breath. Now this was the extra part. Come back up. Try not to hold the ground. Maybe you can hold your left thigh. Maybe you can take your hands below, eventually holding ankle. Still breathing, still keeping the breath relaxed. Now one more time to get lower. To come up higher, bring that right foot with you on the way up. To drop the knee. To push that hip. This left hip also in. You can also think of raising the right hip, right? Not only left hip in, but maybe raising that right hip. So then there's a pillar, straight from the top all the way down in the hands. Good. And that one last breath. Okay, dropping the foot. Relax, everyone. Arms down and up. Beautiful. Last time, the forward bend, right through your middle, coming all the way down. Good. Going back to your down dog. Take a moment in your down dog to rest there. Doing great. Now, let's walk your feet backward, but bend your knees off to the side. So you're coming to a little squat. Maybe 2 variations here. So you're at the back of your mat with feet together, knees wide. Once again, there's that knee health. There's that knee health. So with the hands forward from the knees, we'll take the elbows underneath the knees. Now, you have to lift the hips so you can make a little shelf. So you're not going to fall forward. If those hands are forward, you fall backward. So maybe 1 foot could come up, 2 foot. Finding that little hesitation, beautiful. If you are up, can you get those elbows in more, feet touching? Good. 1 more breath there. All right, come on down, take a rest. We're going to build on that. Come on down on your forearms, feet together, knees wide. Good. Now, if what we just did was plenty, you can go and do that again. Right? You can keep on playing with that. Otherwise, with your forearms on the ground, lifting those knees up, walk those knees on top of your forearms to feel if you can get your feet up here. 1 foot or 2 foot, super small. It's a little baby crow. Forearms are on the ground. Knees are super high in those elbows. Good. Beautiful. That's tougher. Good, one more breath. I know, it's really like, what's the muscle that I need to get up there? You know what's good about that? Come on out of that. Let's go back to the first thing you did, which means that it's easier than what you just did. So maybe that will telegraph to your body, your mind, telegraph to your mind that that's going to be a little easier for you. Let's try one more time. Go back this one. So remember, feet go way back, hands come way forward. Maybe it's a little rock. The rocking is great. You're just practicing transferring weight. But you have to have those knees on top of elbows. If this is comfortable for you, can you do little push-ups? Go up and down. Little up and down. Good. So the idea is that we don't just, everything breathes, right? We're up. We can just breathe it up and down. Just play with it. Just like you do all your other postures. 10 seconds wherever you are. Did you get one foot up? And you're breathing? All right. Come sit, come sit. All right. Interlace those hands. Big figure eights first. We got to make sure our wrists feel okay about what you just did. Good. Nice. At the front of your mat, which you may not be at. So instead of using hands, walk, walk. You want a good core exercise? Go from there to there, like this. Good. Chin to chest. Second time, slow, controlled roll down. No quick drops. So come onto your back. Great, everyone. Congratulations with the standing work. Let's bring the legs up in the air. Grab those knees, little knee circles first to massage out your low back. And go both directions. Now we're going to release the back in a bridge here. So if you just take your feet on the ground, arms off to the side, go ahead and lift your hips up. You can walk your shoulder blades underneath you. So just a couple every inhale, feel the breath, feel the chest with breath. Every exhale, press those hips up higher. Remember how the knees weren't too wide earlier? Good. If you do want to go a little further today, though, maybe hands underneath your shoulders. And even if it's just a different hand position, just take those hands, palms under, palms down, fingers facing your feet. Good. If that feels okay, on an exhale, you press up on top of head. And if that feels okay, you straighten out those arms, go for a full wheel. Any of those. Good. Wherever you are, though, make sure those knees don't go wide. But squeeze those knees in, toes still front to back. If you are up in your wheel, though, push backward away from you to the back of the room. Nice, everyone. Good job on that bridge holding. All right. If you're up in your wheel, make sure you land on your shoulders, not your head. Land on your shoulders. And let's all intensely tuck your tailbone, slowly roll down, one vertebrae at a time, and we'll come into happy baby after that. So no rush. But once you're down, we'll take the legs up in the air. Here's your squat. Here's your squat on your back. Squat, maybe a little rocking side to side. Let's turn that rocking side to side to a bigger twist. Get rid of the arms to the sides. As you exhale, head turns away from the knees. Inhale, center. Exhale, head turns away from the knees. If there's any other positions your body would like, great time right now just to check in. Make sure everything feeling okay. And when you feel like you've had enough motion, right, just take rest. So early on, we talk about just relaxing the head and letting the thoughts flow from the head. Can you feel how your whole body breathes more at the end of a practice? Just like before when you had your eyes shut in your Warrior Two, what else can you let go of? One of the gifts of a yoga practice is a communal experience. You showed up with your breath, right? But still very, very mindful on your own mat. So what a great shared experience you had today with other people. And more importantly, your breath added to the soup. This class would not have been the same without you. So you're valued that way. It's true. Speaking of, let's think of somebody else outside of this space maybe. If there's a person or a circumstance or an ancestor, a pet, someone you want to breathe some space with toward, right? May they also enjoy the freedom that comes from a full body breath. Let's begin again with a little finger motion, swallowing, stretching, yes, reanimating yourself. All right, to keep the relaxation in you, just roll to one side, help yourself up to sitting. For a little more energy, rock it up, coming up. All right, good. All right, so you're not just a model for yourself, right? When you look in the mirror, but you're a model for everybody who knows you. So when they see your posture, when they see your tallness, when they see you resting, that's unnerving. That's unnerving. Just sitting here in quiet, right? That's unnerving to a lot of people because it asks them to do the same thing. So good for you for being able to do that. Let's take one big breath in. And thanking yourself and each other. Namaste. Please enjoy your water.
Thank you.